Previously on Dynamic Revolution.
Getcha! What are you doing here?
Happy Halloween, bitches!
Good morning!
Rex, do you know what happened?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Why is it so cold in here? Wait, what month is it?
December. Why?
That means it's almost time! Hey, what's up? I'm Dynabuster.
And I'm Rex.
And welcome to Dynamic Revolution, where I do best, and that's to review tons of crap.
What's with the stutter?
Well, I can't cuss during the holiday. Never mind. Well, it's December, meaning one thing. Christmas is close by! Ah, Christmas. Considered the most wonderful time of the year, and indeed it is. This is a time where the ground is white, the air is cold, and stores are filled with numerous people buying presents for the young kiddies. Even TV shows have their own fair share of Christmas specials, especially that one show where 5 people morph into spandex and fight rubber-suited monsters. That's right, today, we return to the world of Power Rangers. Power Rangers is no stranger to celebrating the day Christ was born, having about 10 Christmas specials so far. Most of them being bad, unfortunately. What I'm about to do here is kind of tricky, given that each special falls into the same level of mediocrity as a Star Wars holiday special, but I just want to do something groundbreaking, and not just do something cliche and review just one of these specials. So, let's kick in the holiday spirit. Rex, begin the countdown.
Gladly. Let's rank all 10 Power Rangers Christmas specials. Number 10.
Alpha's Magical Christmas from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, you knew this was gonna be here on the list. It's Christmas Eve, and Alpha is sad that he and Zordon are all alone in the command center, while the Rangers are at the North Pole helping Santa with the presents. Even though he has numerous elves to help him, but that doesn't matter here. To cheer him up, Zordon decorates the command center and... You ready for this? He teleports children all around the world to the command center and have them spend time with Alpha. What's strange here is that the kids act like they all know Alpha. Have you and Zordon done this before in previous holidays? Do I need to call Chris Hansen? And what's so aggravating about this special is that barely anything happens here. Alpha and the kids just sing some Christmas carols and make decorations. The Rangers, only Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy appear at the end, which leads us to our next problem. This special acknowledges Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, which means this was during the time Tommy was the White Ranger. So why is he the Green Ranger in this special? What, did he have a Master Morpher long before Dimension's in danger? It lacks logic, but if you don't think about it too much, you might enjoy it, I guess.
Number 9.
Stuck on Christmas from Power Rangers Super Samurai. Being the second Christmas special in the Neo Saban era, this was, of course, a huge clip show. After a battle with a Nylok, the Battle-Wing Megazord shuts down, leaving the Rangers stuck in the cockpit on Christmas Eve. So Kevin has to fix the wiring in the cockpit, even though they have a tech nerd who is Antonio, the Gold Ranger, but for some reason he was absent in this episode. Like the last entry, nothing much happens here. The Rangers are stuck in the cockpit while they reminisce on past events via clips. The only good part about this special is the scenes with Bulk and Spike interacting with G, which is one of the few interactions the two had with the Rangers and G. The final scene is heartwarming, where Bulk and Spike are greeted by the Rangers. Lazy on the Ranger scenes, but enjoyable.
Number 8.
Past, present, and future from Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Taking place after the Season 1 finale, the Rangers have lost their Power Stars, but decide to celebrate Christmas. Unfortunately for them, Cleopatra, the sister of a monster they've already defeated, Cattle Clock, takes advantage of their lack of power and freezes them in time. Which is a good idea though, but Sarah, the Pink Ranger, escapes, stealing the monster's time device and runs into Santa! Wish her reaction was full of excited as mine.
Santa! What are you doing here?
It's Santa Claus! What is with you and those kids from earlier having such non-exaggerated reactions? In order to help them, she uses the time device to travel through time and get the Power Stars from her teammates' past selves. One problem. Why would you want to cause a time paradox? At the end, she did say she returned them back to the time they were taken, so go figure, I guess. Hey, at least time travel nonsense makes sense here than in Kamen Rider GO. I'm not gonna lie, the second half of the Neo Saban era, which is Dino Charge and Ninja Steel, actually takes advantage of something. Holiday specials in the Neo Saban era are known for being clip shows, but Ninja Steel takes advantage of this and doesn't just use past clips, but uses stock footage from the Ninja that has been used or actually worked clips into the plot. Like for example, she's traveling through time and goes to a scene from a past episode. It still doesn't help when it shoves down Sentai references down our throats.
Me?
I'm as big as a Megazord. I'm like a Mega Ranger.
Regardless of its cons, it does give a good moral on how Christmas is not about getting presents, but spending it with the people you love.
After almost losing you guys today, I realized that Christmas is not about presents. It's about being with the people that you love.
I just said that!
Number 7.
Here comes Hexmas from Power Rangers Dino Supercharge. This was the first Christmas special in the Neo Saban era that takes place after the season story, meaning that the dinosaurs are alive. One of the biggest WTFs in Power Rangers history. While Shelby, Chase, and Riley are looking through presents, they find one for each of them and get this strange coal that starts glowing when they touch it. Meanwhile, Keeper has brought Koda and Ivan from their respective timelines to celebrate Christmas with the gang. Tyler ends up receiving the same coal from earlier, turning him into an evil elf. Once others help him remember who he is, they find out that this is the work of a monster named Hexamus. So the remaining Rangers must save Shelby, Chase, and Riley and stop Hexamus from ruining Christmas. Whenever the Rangers are turned into elves, it's just full of cringe, but the clips are used in a clever way by helping them remember who they were. Another con is that we got all 10 Rangers together here, and we still don't get a 10 Ranger morph. Hexamus' plan is just silly, but at least they explain how he's here without Sledge. He escaped Sledge's ship when it was on a collision course with the sun in the finale. What doesn't make sense is that if he lived for about 65 million years, how come he's based off Christmas when Jesus wasn't even born yet? It was silly, campy, but that's just the Neo Saban era for ya.
Number 6.
Christmas Together, Friends Forever from Power Rangers Samurai. Being the first Christmas special of the Neo Saban era, the Samurai Rangers are celebrating Christmas, and by doing that, they reminisce on past events. Yet, for some reason, again, Antonio is absent. What, does Antonio hate Christmas? Once again, nothing much happens. Though it does have the same message as past, present, and future, I think it's executed better here with Bulk and Spike, who don't have a lot of money to afford presents. The final scene is heartwarming, but this special is more memorable for having this mean face.
Number 5.
I'm dreaming of a White Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3. The Rangers are celebrating Christmas at the youth center, making decorations while Aisha and Kimberly sing Christmas carols with kids. Unfortunately, Zed wants to ruin Christmas by making these dreidels that hypnotize any kid who looks at it. He orders Rito to capture Santa and forces elves to manufacture more of them. Will the Rangers be able to save Christmas? Even though the villains have a plot, the Rangers unfortunately don't morph in this episode because of this.
Because of a combination of the North Pole's unique polarity and a cross-current of holiday magic, your morphing powers will not work there.
And also, too much pink energy is dangerous. There's also this subplot where Kimberly spends time with this young girl who's sad that her father is busy with work on Christmas Eve. I'm actually glad that she understands what Christmas is truly about, and that is to celebrate with those who you love. Good lord, how many specials do? Regardless, everything wraps up nicely.
Number 4.
The Robo Night Before Christmas from Power Rangers Megaforce. Megaforce can easily be said as one of the most controversial seasons of Power Rangers, and you're probably going to lose your crap in the comments because I put something from Megaforce so high up in the list, but hear me out. It's Christmas Eve, and Robo Night is wondering why people are cutting down trees. Noah, the Blue Ranger, tells him that because of Christmas. Robo Night doesn't understand this holiday, so in order to help, get this, he pretends to be a toy in a donation pile, but accidentally gets shipped to Africa. I am not even close to kidding. Would have been cooler if he got shipped to Wakanda. So, Robo Night teaches the kids of the village about Christmas and about the Power Rangers, again, through a clip show. And what's funny here is that everything he tells them is real, and it doesn't even faze them in the slightest to make them realize that their world is being invaded by aliens. What I do like about this is how the kids in Robo Night learn from one another. It gives a good advantage to spread Christmas cheer around the world, and it does good on Robo Knight's character development, given that he starts out only to protect the Earth itself and not those who live on it. This special teaches that around the holidays, we can learn something from one another, giving it number 4 spot.
Merry Christmas to all humans on Earth, and to all a good night.
Number 3.
Race to Rescue Christmas from Power Rangers Dino Charge. After being refused by Santa to give her presents due to being naughty, Poisander takes away his naughty or nice computer, just go with it, thus ruining Christmas. Desperate for help, Santa calls the Dino Charge Rangers to help out and find his computer or Christmas is canceled. What makes this episode is the villains. Dino Charge had villains where they felt charming and more three-dimensional, except you, and weren't like any of the other Neo Saban era villains who were just generic and wanted to take over the world. They also had a smart plan and take advantage of what they've stolen, and to do that is by finding the Rangers' base by looking through clips. There's also this subplot about Chase wanting to go to New Zealand and visit his family for Christmas, showing us the meaning about wanting to spend Christmas with you know the drill.
Number 2.
A Season to Remember from Power Rangers Zeo. It's Christmas time as the Zeo Rangers decide to celebrate the holiday, but not only that, as well as Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. Unfortunately, Prince Sprocket decides to come in and spoil the fun by placing the Rangers and their friend Raymond under a spell which makes them complete jerks to one another, babbling on which holiday is superior. Now, before you start complaining, I am aware that this episode is pretty much hated across the Power Rangers fandom, but like I said at the beginning of the episode, this wasn't going to be easy. So many of these specials are pretty bad that they make us want to drink eggnog, including this one. One of the many reasons is because, 1, the villain's plan is sort of lacking given that they are a mechanical empire who has conquered billions of planets. 2, when the Rangers are under the spell, most of their insults come off as really insulting. 3, Zordon and Alpha basically do nothing to help. And 4, are you ready? A little girl who comes into the youth center sings a song that snaps the Rangers out of the spell. All reasons why this special blows, but not reasons why it's number 2. It's mainly because of the moral it's coming across, how we should respect other holidays around this time of year. Not that many specials nowadays focus on Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and I should commend this special for doing that. Oh, and Bulk and Skull, who were detectives at the time, find a giant fruitcake made by Galdar and Rita, who lost their memories because of the destruction of the command center at the end of the Alien Ranger saga. This special truly taught us on, regardless if we don't celebrate these holidays, we should respect them and share our love. Oh, and also, did I forget to mention that this episode was being told by an old version of Tommy telling it to his grandson, and that he's married to an old version of Kat and their son may or may not be a Power Ranger? It seems to those who have shipped Tommy and Kimberly have failed, that those who ship Tommy and Kat have achieved victory!
And the number 1 Power Rangers Christmas special is...
The Poisey Show from Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. This special had just recently came out, and originally I thought it was gonna suck. Fortunately, it didn't. While giving presents for charity, the Rangers receive a present from Wes, the Red Time Force Ranger, who they've previously crossed paths with back in Dimensions in Danger, the 25th anniversary episode. He gives them a transportal device that they can use to travel to other Ranger dimensions, followed by the Ninja Nexus Prism, aka the worst plot device ever, giving them their Power Stars back. Sledge, who made an appearance back in the first episode of Super Ninja Steel, returns in this episode. He kidnaps 5 of the Rangers to have them be guests on Poisander's talk show, The Poisey Show. While he and Preston fight, they activate the device and fall into a portal, going into the Dino Charge dimension. Preston ends up meeting Coda, who he's met before back in Dimensions in Danger, and they must work together to save the others and stop Sledge. What makes this special work is, again, the villains. Seeing how Sledge, Poisander, and Wrench have a lot more personality compared to the Ninja Steel villains, these guys easily take the cake, and it's such a wonder to see them again. Also, we finally get the team up between Coda and Preston, whose actors are brothers in real life, which is awesome. Being the final episode of the Neo Saban era, this special was funny and enjoyable, and easily takes the number 1 spot. And that is the end of the countdown. We here at Dynamic Revolution wish you guys a very Merry Christmas.
As well as a Happy New Year. Be sure to spend both well.
And be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Dynabuster, and we'll see you guys next year in 2019.